since it's a new episode, a bonus episode, I'm starting out on the main menu this time instead of like in gameplay or some shit. So before I start this bonus episode though, explaining more about Moira, there's something I gotta say. This whole ending shit confused me, and it bothered me. So what I did was I didn't look at any videos or anything like that, but I just looked up some information about it. So just between the good and bad ending and whatever. So apparently the way you get the good ending and the bad ending is when Claire is stuck underneath Neil, and then her firearm is off the way on the floor, and so you have to choose whether Claire shoots the bastard or whether Moira shoots him. The way I did it, Claire gets you the bad. With Moira does it, it gets you the good, because you get to shoot her. Now here's what bothers me about that. There's no indication of that being the good or bad ending. And like, normally you could say, well, you know, a lot of games do know where like a random choices throughout it make the ending. Here's the thing though, is that like, it didn't seem like that big of a decision. But like, and here's the thought process behind it too. Actually, no, I'll say this first. I found out the reason why the extra end credit thing, you only get it when you get the good ending. Because apparently, now, if you shoot the bastard with Moira, for some reason it gives her like, it's supposed to give her like extra confidence in using a firearm again. Which is supposed to give her like better regulation over her own adrenaline and whatnot. And so somehow, so she doesn't turn into a monster. Because in the bad ending she turns into a monster, like in mine. So somehow not turning into a monster means that in the good ending she survives. And so her being alive makes more sense. Although the whole Natalia thing on the bed still doesn't make any fucking sense. And how the fuck she didn't die under the fucking rubble still makes no fucking sense. So I hope that's explained maybe. Now it upsets me though for two reasons. One, because I didn't even know you could switch to Moira at that part. It didn't even tell me, it didn't even give me any indication of switching characters until I'd already reached the thing with Claire, which bothers me because I would have definitely done so with Moira, which would have got me the better ending inadvertently. So that bothers me. But also because I don't know how much, if at all, the main game ending and all that is going to influence these bonus episodes, but I'm assuming it's going to have some sort of influence over them. So like, I feel like doing the way that I did it, where Claire kills him instead of Moira, kind of fucks Moira over to a large degree in this bonus episode. Like, I hope, here's what I'm saying. I hope it's not going to be a lesser experience playing this shit with Moira, since I did the bad ending, even though I didn't even really technically intend to / want to. Like, I hope it doesn't bog down the struggle at all. Anyway, here's a struggle. Let's go ahead and go into this shit. I just wanted to share that before I got started. Bonus episode, let's see what happens with Moira. Oh shit, skill settings, hold up. Alright, now that's done. Time to start. Provides a slight challenge. Put your skills to the test. Oh, there's only 2 difficulties? Well, I gotta choose survival to start with. Co-op play. Using fucking split screen. Why the fuck can't it be online? Tell me that, huh? Jesus Christ.
Hey.
You should have done yourself favor and died while you had chance, Kroshka.
Great. Where are you going?
If you can move, leave. Trouble never comes alone.
Right. Roger that, Rasputin. I'll get right the fuck out. But I didn't. I couldn't. Where was I gonna go? So we came to an understanding. He would put up with me just as long as I pulled my own weight. And that was my shitty start to 6 long months.
Okay. This is to struggle. This is to fill in. This is during the 6 months. Okay.
It's been about 8 weeks now since I lost track of Claire. The old man pulled my battered ass out of the wreckage and patched me up. As for the bracelet, mine never changed color. And I never turned into one of those things. Lucky me, right? As soon as I was back on 2 legs, the old guy told me I had to help with hunting. Basically, it was on me to kill my own food. House rules.
Can you use gun?
Oh, so I guess it didn't affect a goddamn
More or
thing.
less.
Good. You collect on bullets. You run out, not my problem.
Look, I get it. I won't be a burden.
Why the fuck? I'll do this in a minute. Why the fuck is she so amenable to using firearms now when she was so adamant about not doing so, even at the detriment of her own fucking life in the main campaign? I know why, for gameplay reasons, but narratively it makes no fucking sense. And then him, you should have died when you had the chance. Well, apparently you're the one who pulled her out of the rubble. Some fucking... Okay, I was even gonna mention this, okay? So, like, this is during the 6 months, okay? And so this is probably during or after when Claire was on the gurney and Barry was there, even though Barry and Claire don't know who each other are, but I guess we'll won't worry about that. Unless there's some game that I haven't played in which they meet, which is possible. I haven't put every Resident Evil game under the sun. Only really the main ones, and Outbreak. So I will concede that there might be a game where they meet each other, but as far as I know, they should not know each other, and I'm going on my knowledge of this shit. So, Barry and Claire, they should know who each other are, but yeah, so Claire jumped in the ocean, got saved inexplicably or some bullshit. So now she's not here, so I'm with this old bastard. And so now they give an explanation as to why why he had her phone with Barry in the first place, although it doesn't explain how her phone still had battery, unless they have a outlet and chargers down there. But here's 2 things I want to know. And I don't think they're going to explain either one of them. Well, they've already explained one. I don't know if they're going to explain the other one, but if they do, it's going to be just as bullshit and contrived as this fucking one with Moira was. One was, how the fuck did Moira get out? They gave some bullshit-ass explanation. He dragged me up, patched me. Oh, fuck. That's beyond lazy writing. That's like not giving a fuck. And one thing I don't think they're gonna explain is how the fuck Claire got out. She landed in the middle of the fucking ocean. Do you know what your chances are? Because I know. Does Capcom know what the chances are of somebody who is already hurt and exhausted and on their own just wading out in the ocean? The ocean isn't exactly a calm place. Sometimes it's not always a calm place. It's often not. There is a reason sometimes why chaos is referred to as an ocean in a storm. But so Claire's out there by herself, no raft, no nothing, hurt and wounded, in God knows what oceans, what waters. Do you know what your chances are of surviving in that situation let alone being found? When no one was looking for her, no less. So I'll tell you what, I know a few stories of people who were in rafts and whatnot, and they got saved, and they barely made it out. They barely got saved. And there was, I know of one, I also know of one where there was actually a guy who was just like that, where he had no help whatsoever, and he was just waiting himself out there on his own. And he got saved. He survived, he got saved. But here's the thing though, is that the only reason he got saved is because people were looking for him. No one's looking for Claire. I don't know, I just find it completely unbelievable. And they're probably not going to explain it. So I'm probably wasting my fucking breath with this shit. But anyway. Rations gauge. Oh, fucking great. In this episode, you will need rations to retry a failed mission. To retry a failed mission? What? Rations can be obtained by killing animals. With lack of sufficient rations for retry will result in a game owner, meaning your loss for will be erased. Aha. Okay, so rations are kind of like increments to a degree. How many rations does it take to retry a failed mission? I'm going to mention this right the hell now. Right from the get-go. If for any reason I don't have enough rations, and so I get a game over and everything is fucked, if I do end up losing my save data and I've made it even a decent way to this episode, I'll upload what I have, but fuck finishing the episode. I'll just go straight to a Natalia's. I'm saying that right now. I'm not restarting this shit like that. So.
When hunt is finished, you go to Sawmill entrance deep in forest.
The big gate. I remember.
It's very important you get there by sundown. Otherwise monsters will have Kroshka for dinner. Yum, yum, yum.
And I'm guessing I'm
Well,
Kroshka.
thanks for scaring my appetite away.
I help you, now you...
I'm timed?
Get this beautiful after is repaying.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Let's get this hunt on the road before you die of old age. I know I have to eat, but poor thing.
You will get used to it.
Fuck! I hate using guns.
Stop whining, keep working. You need washed out with soap.
All right, Barry.
Yeah, honestly, I kind of like Moira's vernacular. It makes her look... It's designed pretty much to make her look angsty, but I don't really care. It's more realistic, dude. Teenagers swear all the time. Here's my fucking opinion on fucking cursing, since I don't exactly hold back. As far as I'm concerned, are they vulgar? I will admit, yeah, they are. Here's the thing, though. I'm a fucking adult. And my intended viewership is for adults. I say it right on my shit. And with that being the case, I don't really give a shit. As far as I'm concerned, they're just words. So... Come on, I don't have time for this shit. Fuck. You know what this reminds me of? Rise of the Tomb Raider multiplayer.
You can eat those insects if you remember to cook through.
I think that's a really great idea. I'm not gonna try.
Then go search for the food you like. Snake, rat, hare. Maybe you find a wild hamburger. Revolution will not stand up forever. Why are you still here?
Maybe because you didn't tell me nicely, I should keep moving.
It takes a surprisingly lot of sustenance to sit there and get one of these pouches filled. Awesome. Escapee's note. Can't believe it. I got out of there alive. I won't say in one piece, but alive. I still can't even process when I went in there. All that effort trying to scare us toward this, it was madness. I met up with some guys in the forest, but they didn't believe me. Can't say I blamed them. Wait a minute, is it? Wait. Oh no, I've already read this. What the fuck? Oh. Okay. Here's the thing about those pig thingies. They straight up don't give you any sustenance. So don't even bother with them. Only bother with like rats and rabbits and shit like that.
Good girl. We can continue hunt here.
Oh, right. Let me just pull up my good girl petticoat so it doesn't get dirty.
Okay, there's no need to be a smartass.
Yes, sir.
I was wondering I was gonna run into some of you assholes. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh. Jesus, man. Jesus, man. Fuck. There we go. That's more like it. Alright. I got 3.5 minutes though, so I will in fact do some hunting. After their hunting, Moira and the old guy stay together, they keep hunting and shit. One day she goes along and does her own thing trying to leave the island, but she fucks up, and what ends up happening is she ends up leading a bunch of those bastards straight to them, so they lure them to the sewer type area in order to fight them off. Moira tells you this, but for some reason I don't have the footage of it, so I'm telling you myself. That's what happens. Now let's get to that part in the gameplay.
You bring them here. You make them go away.
I'm sorry, just help me out!
Oh, what? So this whole thing is just a giant horde mode? You kidding me? Yep, looks like it. 17. Okay, no. This isn't even horde mode. This is mercenaries. For any unaware or uninitiated, Mercenaries is a game mode for a lot of Resident Evil games, I believe starting with the original 3, wherein you fight hordes of enemies. You fight hordes of enemies, and you get certain rewards for it. Oh, great.
Around the 6-month mark after the tower collapsed, a new kind of monster entered the picture. Whatever it was, it started killing all the game on the island. You can imagine what that did to our how fucked are we rating. It was the old man's idea to ramp up our hunting. Better to stockpile than watch it all burn, you know?
More hunting.
Remember,
Oh, great.
Back before sundown, island becomes more dangerous.
That doesn't leave us a lot of time.
When you have what you need, meet me by slope leading into forest. I will check situation from above. Be careful, Kroshka.
Yeah, you too.
Do I have any fucking ammo? I ran out of ammo earlier. Oh my god.
Another one of these fuckers?
What?
But what if it does?
Run. Absolutely not.
Okay. Shit, they saw me!
Fuck these guys. At least now I have something. Oh my god!
We cannot stay here. Run.
Okay, this should cover us. Better head back.
Mixed in with the supplies, we found a document. It was a list of islanders who had been taken away to the mines to become test subjects. When the old man saw it, his face turned white as a sheet. Irina, he whispered. It was one of the names on the list. I found out later that Irina was his missing daughter.
Okay. That... Whatever. The rest of this struggle episode is entirely just mercenaries waves again and again and again, while getting some chunks of information about what happens with the dude's daughter and all that, and him dying. But there's a little bit of that, but it's mostly just the mercenaries, you know, hordes of waves again and again and again. And it's very monotonous and repetitive, so I honestly don't care to do it, so I'm not going to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to end this one right here, and this will be all I do for Moira's, because Moira's episode irritates me, so this is the end of Moira stuff for me. I'm not going to... I've played some more, but I'm not going to upload it. I don't care to. I didn't even finish the shit, so, that's it. Have a nice day. Look forward to Natalia's.